All right, good people, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with the first annual AAL Draft. This is going to be your pre-show. So we're just going to be talking about some of the players that we think are going to be, getting drafted today. As well as talking to the teams, kind of getting their idea, their feelings on everything. Got a couple of players we'll be interviewing as well. So just having a little good time, hanging out until draft time. And of course, we'll take y'all through the draft as well.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. So joining us today, we've got, of course, our host, Cool McCain, TJ Bartholomew, who is part of our AAL2 draft coverage, AAL2 championship coverage in 2025 as well. And then you guys probably haven't seen me yet, but I'm Sam Shady. I'm the producer for most of the AAL2 content. So we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of a breakdown on some of the players that are in the draft, some of the guys that we think we will possibly be selected today. And then also we have got a couple people in person that will be joining us for some interviews, as well as we will be going through a rundown of some of the teams that are selecting today, as well as the AAL commissioner as well. So lots planned for you guys today. Hopefully enjoy it. Hopefully you stick with us for the full 3 to 4 hours that we're going to be live today. And hopefully you enjoy it. So let us know what you think about the draft process that we have going on here today. But with that in mind, TJ, I know you got some notes there. Who are some of the players that you look to see selected today?
Well, first off, for me, it's Kent Dixon from the Ohio Legends, quarterback, 5'11", right around the perfect size for an arena quarterback, 195, a lot of athleticism. At Wright State, I think he has a very good chance to get drafted today. He has a lot of athleticism. And also Trey Dixon from the Tri-City River Gators has spent time with the West Texas Wards. He can play DB or wide receiver, so he has that option to be a dual threat.
Yeah, so there's actually a couple players that I like in the draft. One in particular, a quarterback from the Tri-State Panthers, Andre Parker. Played a little bit at Delaware State, and there's also some time at another college that's escaping my memory at the moment. Mobile guy, big, 6'2", 215, can run a little bit, can throw the ball well. We also have Tyler De Silva, a defensive tackle from the Maryland War Eagles. I like a lot of what he brings to the table. He's 6'1", 260, can rush the pass from the inside or the outside. Has the ability to do a lot of things that defensive coordinators can get creative with. We also have a guy in Cam Kendall, I believe, with the Tri-City River Gators, who I like a lot. Defensive back, he's 6'2", 205 pounds, I believe. Very, very aggressive. Honestly, I think in my scouting report I put that he's trying to take players out of the play rather than just slow them up off the line of scrimmage. So. Borderline too aggressive at times, but can play linebacker, can play defensive back, whether it's cornerback or safety. So I think he's a guy that a lot of teams are going to look at. He also has some availability to play on special teams and can play some quarterback in a pinch. So definitely think he's probably going to get picked today. A couple teams strike me as teams that could possibly use him on the secondary. So anybody else on your list?
No problem. No further other notes.
Gotcha. You want to go ahead and get into the player reviews?
Well, before we move on any further, guys, make sure to remember to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. We'll get this out to everybody. If you are a player that's watching and maybe getting drafted, make sure you share this with your family, friends, all that good stuff, so we can get as many eyes as we can on what we're doing here today. First time, make it good. But so one question I ask you guys before we move on. Is there a sleeper that you guys have?
That's a tough question. There's a lot of really good players in this draft.
Somebody's got to be a sleeper, though.
That's true. Caught me on the spot a little bit. No, his last name slipped in my mind, but there's a kicker that is currently with the Michigan Raptors, former soccer player. played Division III soccer, so I'm curious to see how he's going to play this season. If he can demonstrate some accuracy, I think, obviously former soccer players have a lot of success as kickers in, football. So very excited to see what he can do. I think he's a little bit of a sleeper because obviously we don't know what we're going to have in him, but, he could turn out to be a very, very valuable player.
Anybody you want to add, TJ? Are you good?
I'd have to go with Freeman. I don't want to butcher his first name. Wanye.
I think that's right.
Wanye Freeman, quarterback for the Carolina Predators. I think he could be a sleeper. Went to UNCG. I think he could make a difference with any team that is quarterback needy this year.
So is there a specific position or side of the ball that you feel like may dominate the draft based on what we've seen from the team so far? Or heard from the teams, I should say. I haven't seen them play that much yet. So.
No, that's a great question. Honestly, if I think I had to guess, it's probably going to be an offense-heavy draft. There's quite a few playmakers on the offensive side of the ball, specifically. I like a lot of the guys on defense, don't get me wrong, but there are some dangerous players on the offensive side. One of the guys that I haven't talked about yet is Thomas Hurley. He's kind of a dual-threat quarterback. He can play some other positions as well as wide receiver. I think he's got some defensive back snaps out there as well, played some special teams as well. So I think that's a guy that could potentially have, a lot of value in this draft because of the fact that, we have to remember they have the roster exemptions. So, you can carry two players that are exempt on your active roster. And with that, the more those players can do, the more valuable they become, in terms of depth for these teams. So I think that's a huge advantage for a guy like Tyler who can play multiple different positions. And I think that's somebody that we should be watching for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, should be offensive heavy. It's arena football, right? But obviously, you've seen some of the scores already get put up and a lot of points. So, certain teams, like the Lions, for example, you need to score a lot of points. So I think it's going to be an offensive heavy draft. A lot of wide receivers, a lot of, like Sam said, dual threat players who can play multiple positions. But I think it's going to be offense first as well.
Yeah, my guess is I'd say offense first, but as to you said, to your point, having guys that can play multiple positions. So a guy might be able to play wide receiver, might be able to play safety, might be able to play front. So he can help you out in multiple positions, help you score, and it can really help you on the defensive side too. So I think that's going to be definitely the focus of the draft: versatility and offense.
Completely agree. A lot of very versatile players in this, and honestly, I think if you're picking a trade out of a hat that a lot of these players possess, it's definitely versatility. This is arena ball and it's developmental ball, so a lot of these guys get put in positions where they're in multiple spots because a guy can't show up this week or he's hurt or whatever it may be, and it turns out to make them more valuable in the draft process. So I think in that vein, there's a lot of these guys that may have gotten forced into a tough position at one point. It's going to end up helping them today. So it's going to be very interesting to see which direction all of these teams go because, it's different than the NFL draft. We talk very often about how in the NFL, they're going best players available regardless of location. Well, part of this is the logistics of arena football. Do you have housings for these guys? Do you have everything in place for them to be able to travel from across the country, and does it make sense for them to make that move? So with that, I think the teams are it throws an extra bit of strategy into the draft process for each of these teams. They have to weigh, is this player good enough that we can afford to use one of our housing spots on him or, whatever that may be. So I think that's another aspect of this draft that we really haven't seen from any league before or may ever see again after the American Arena League, because it's just such a unique wrinkle with arena football in general that it's just something that we may not ever really see affect another league quite the same way.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. So Sam, if you would, could you just explain to the people quickly how the draft works?
Absolutely. So basically there's 4 rounds in the draft today. It's a snake style draft. So for anybody who hasn't played fantasy football, who might be watching today, essentially what a snake style draft means is the person who picks first in the first round will pick fourth in the second round, and it will flip-flop throughout the rest of the draft. So essentially, what's going to happen is Columbus picks first, Mississippi picks second, Wheeling picks third, and Jersey picks fourth. So then in the second round, Jersey will then pick first, Wheeling second, Mississippi third, and Columbus fourth. So there's a little bit of an advantage to being first, but there's also a little bit of an advantage to being fourth, where you get to pick back to back. So really, there's no way you can go wrong in this draft, because essentially with only 4 teams, the chances of you coveting a player that the other teams covered are probably very low. So.
And also, for those who may have questioned how we got to who is actually available to be drafted, when the criteria is you have not been signed by another league recently. You have to be part of an AAL2 team. You have to make sure that you get your profile correctly, set your film, and also make your payment on time. So if you check all those boxes, you should be available for the draft. If you don't check all those boxes, you're not going to be available for the draft. It's something to keep in mind. Moving forward, the draft continues, which it should. That criteria may be altered a little bit. I don't think it changes much. So just some things to keep your eyes on for those who may be interested in themselves or someone else being part of the draft in years to come.
Absolutely. So without further ado, I think it's probably a pretty good time to bring on some of our player guests.
Yep.
Do you want to go ahead and start with Mr. Arrington?
Sure.
All right. Let's go ahead and bring you up, Arrington.
Yeah, it's good. How's it going?
All right.
Going good, man. Going good. So what I'd like to do is allow you to introduce yourself, and then let people know whatever you want about your journey to get here.
Okay, my name is Arrington Woodard Sr., Mid-Michigan Grizzlies. I've been grinding my way through semi-pro and indoor football, and I'm looking to continue that journey. One of these AAL teams.
Fair enough. TJ, you got a question for Arrington?
Not so much a question, but just to kind of show off your dedication, more specifically about your trip here to the draft. Let the fans know what you entailed to get here.
Well, I traveled all the way from Michigan to get here. I wanted to get the full experience of the draft.
How long were you on the train for?
I took the bus.
Oh,
It was
bus.
like 26 hours. I left yesterday at 3 in the morning. I got here at 8.
Now it's dedication.
This man is dedicated. So just so that people know, what positions do you play?
I played D-line, linebacker. I played fullback and tight end as well.
Okay. So as we were talking about versatility, you got to play multiple positions, especially on the offensive side of the ball, but on the defense as well. And I think that's something that's very important with these picks, because these are players that these teams are going to be using their 2 bonus roster spots on, and guys that they may look to try to be on the team in the future. So, having the need and having the fit is very important. Anything else, TJ, you want to ask?
Yeah, what about your game do you think you can bring to one of these AL teams? If you were going to kind of brag a little bit, what do you want to say to those teams?
Discipline, coachable, the type of person that leave it all on the field. Ready to work. I don't want nothing given. I earned everything. Pretty sure most of my coaches will say the same thing.
I'm gonna ask you a tricky question. So if you could pick one thing, we'll say, to work on in your game, what would that be?
Coverage.
Okay.
That's about it. I really don't play cornerback, but I would like to transition to safety.
Okay.
So,
Have you played that before at any level? No.
I mean, here and there when I've had to.
Yeah.
Like primary.
Gotcha.
Now, for you being a player in this process, how excellent, awesome is it to be in a developmental system where it's a direct pipeline to a top league like the AAL, as opposed to other leagues that are kind of just standalone?
It's a blessing, especially
Mention that the only concern I have
Chris Faison,
is
very
if we set
passionate
up
about
there
his players.
when we try to do
Kind of
selections.
told me this is gonna happen.
But he's way back there.
Yeah.
Because I only have
A little bit.
very
I
short
think we can move back.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
To
I can hit a commercial.
the kind of people that's off TV, pushing back a little bit to it.
There's a couple minutes to shift over.
As someone who's in the AAL too, do you see a lot of like time taken out for development for your senior fellow players? So like when you're practicing games,
That's the
you see a lot of time being
lyrical
taken stuff to say, hey, let's focus on this, make sure we get this down and see.
What? This is the fade that's
Okay.
back.
I can't speak for
We got all of this
Mhm.
and all of this,
Yeah, okay.
but you're not seeing.
Yeah, it's very important.
Yeah.
That development piece, that's one of the things with the AAL too.
Well, I'll move
If you're
tables.
developing guys to get them correct, get them up.
We got all
So
this.
far, so we have
Yeah,
And he's got all
availability.
Houston, Texas.
So yeah, definitely an important piece. And if you could say anything to people, what would you say?
don't ever give up on your dream. Keep working hard. Stay focused.
And if you would, please let the people know where they can find you and follow.
You can follow me on Instagram, positively_positively. Social media.
All right. Do you have any other questions, CJ?
No, man, just good luck, and it's going to be a fun and exciting time, right? It's been a pleasure meeting you.
Definitely good luck, man. We'll get your name called.
Sir, can we get you up next?
How's it going? Can't complain. Same thing as the other gentleman, like with you guys. Just kind of introduce yourself. Let everybody know how you got to where you're at. Feel like nobody can introduce you better than yourself.
How you doing? My name's Top Away, receiver, Houston Cats.
All right. Any other positions besides receiver?
Play QB a little bit. Play D, I used to play, but I can play receiver pretty much. You know what I'm saying? I can do it all though.
Okay. CJ? Yes.
Yeah, kind of the same question I asked before. How has this process been, knowing that you're in a direct system like this where you can get to a top league like the AAL, where you were just trying to go for a standalone league, you may not be given that opportunity.
I think it's a wonderful opportunity. Wonderful, it's something different, something new. I think like it's the first one. Yeah, doing it. It's a great chance, for the guys, especially the hard workers in the area to be grinding and everything like that. So, give me an opportunity. So, it's definitely like something I'm looking forward to.
So, how excited are you for the entirety of the process? If you get drafted, you go to the team and you get an opportunity to play, be a part of the organization, and possibly get, maybe a backup too, but just the process. The chance to maybe go to a team, learn some different things, learn some different techniques and things like that.
I'm overly excited. Like I said, it's different. Something new to me, something new to a lot of guys. It's the first one. This is a great opportunity, and I'm definitely seizing the moment to do the best I can.
With this draft session, do you have any team in particular you'd like to go to? Not to put you on the spot, but
I'm from New York, so 17 close to New York.
and just what can you offer to a team to help them get to a championship?
Great playmaking ability, competitive, leadership and everything, team player. I'm definitely like a guy, whatever coaching can get done, I'll do it. So that's what describe as a player. Playmaking.
I like that. So as far as kind of the same question I asked, you see your coaches, your staff taking up time to try to develop everybody who can on the team and kind of help improve everybody's ability to go to the next level?
Come on, person.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes, most definitely. Shout out to James Muller. Most definitely put the time in, the effort with the guys, Coach Sanders as well. Yeah, his whole coach staff. Everything. They did put in the work and do what they need to do to get guys to the next level.
First year.
Yeah, when it comes to football, what first got you into football and gave you that passion to get to this point?
I was like first grade, went to the library and just picked up the book and read the book, and the book said Randy Moss on there. I read the book, and it was because it had like different colors on there, and I read the book. I love football since I read Randy Moss too. So that's nice.
So any other thoughts or anything you'd like to say to the people?
Just stay tuned, and enjoy the ride. Appreciate y'all.
Definitely. And also let everybody know where they can find you.
Oh, you find me on Facebook at Top Facts Wolfman, and on Instagram you can find me at TY_FACT Top Facts.
All right, man. Good luck and hopefully we get your name called, bro.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
You get the waters off the table. Beck.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Are you ready?
You have no questions this time, sir?
Sure.
Yeah. Are we doing the choose out of this? Okay. We're gonna do this. Yeah.
All right, so we are joined by Commissioner Kevin O'Hanlon of the American Arena League. Commissioner, obviously you're part of the architect group of this draft. What led you to decide that you guys wanted to launch a draft?
Well, it's really much like the league itself. We do everything collectively. I don't think there are not many leagues that do that. We're learning, AJ and I, really watching what leagues have done wrong, make sure we don't repeat that. So it just all happened organically on a call. It was Roger sat back and said, AJ, what would you feel like the developmental league was somehow part of the AAL, like a draft, or each team had its own feeder team? So both ideas work great, right? So, I mean, like Peach State Cats, of course, would probably be the feeder team for the Columbus Lions, right? Pittsburgh for Wheeling. So we sat back and we thought about it for a while, and we discussed it, kicked around a few ideas, and we just sat back, well, might not be the best to have like a feeder team, like Peach State for Columbus, because then we know what's going to happen. You're hiding players here and there, and maybe we take away from the development from the AAL too. So we don't impact the development of AAL2 players, because I mean, there's a lot of good college talent down there. There's something to be said for kids that are from like Alcorn State or an HBCU that just didn't get their shot. And now they're down in the AAL2, and that's where they're just tucked away at because they're trying to live their dream. So then we sat back and said, all right, well, let's give them the full experience. And let's have a draft. No, it's not New York. There's not a whole lot of commas in their checks, right? If you do, guys, congrats. You're not get deals from like Ford or somebody, right? Well, at least we can give them that experience just to hear their name called. Because I remember when I was a little kid, my mom used to ask me, "You gonna be a football player one day?" I'd say, "No, Mom, I'm going to the Hall of Fame." That's just how my head worked. Like I know I'm playing football, but you got to get called first, right? And I was happy. All four teams collectively were like, "Yeah, let's do that." So I know we've been having the registration, and to your point, they haven't, check the boxes. So, if you didn't check a box, don't expect your name to be called, because there's several levels to vetting all the players in the draft. before we sent that out and shared it with the team and shared it with y'all so you guys can do your research as well. So I think we did a very good job with it. We know we're not reinventing the wheel, but it's about the development, and we want the players to have a chance.
Absolutely, absolutely. So when you thought of the draft process, I mean, obviously there had to have been a way you could set it up to where the teams were incentivized to pick players. So how did you guys land on not only having roster exemptions, but having 2 roster exemptions?
Real simple. That's the incentive of it. So in the beginning, why? The question I heard, why 2 weeks later? Well, AAL has 2 games, but there's live game footage for the guys we watch. I know I've been here since Wednesday. I know here in Columbus, Coach Damien's had his team in the back, and they've been doing nothing but watching film. So if you think we're just throwing names in a hat and picking, gentlemen, you're wrong. I know Eddie's been, I know AJ has, Willie has. They're all studying the players to make sure. So the incentive is the exemption. Maybe you have a quarterback and it's week 6 and he's getting, a hiccup in his shoulder or whatnot. You could bring up that quarterback maybe you drafted because they're back with their team right now because you don't need him. And hey, maybe now he's number 2. He's throwing more in practice. He's learning in the game in practice because it's a little bit faster, right? I know it's not NFL fast, but there is a difference. No matter how small it is a difference. And this is a game about skill positions. Quarterbacks, wide receivers, DBs, you get better here. And when you see folks move up, it's quarterbacks, DBs, wide receivers first. D linemen go. But you turn that 4 seconds for a quarterback into 1.9 seconds, 1.8. Wide receivers got to get head around, catching a ball in the window, maybe twice the width of the football. Now the team knows what's up and down here. I drafted them. Maybe they've been in camp with us for 2 weeks before we sent them back down. Maybe they made the roster and they're up here with us. So that's the incentive. Is what don't you have to do now? Go look for somebody. Go chase somebody who might be somewhere else. I remember back in the day, and I'm old, when I recruited, I used to go to job boards and look up people's resumes because I knew you were great in college. But how do I find you now? I'm not trying to deal with agents. We're major minor league sport. So I'd go to job boards and try to find out, all right, there's Peter Smith. Yep, he went to Concordia or whatever college you want to be in. And link that up and call him like, hey, did you play football? Yeah. I want a job. Well, I play football. So there's a lot of incentive to it. I think we're making it easy. We're having a pool. It's going to force AJ and the AAL2 to really make sure there's teams developing their players to deepen that pool. So, they're worthy to be called up, right? I mean, that's what it has to be. So AAL2 coaches, you got to get right. You got to get in your game because why can't a coach be called up next? It's a lot easier if something's not working out. I mean, leagues we see all the time. Coach you never think's going to get let go. Goes 0-4 and gets let go. Who's the next man up, right? You don't have time to go out and find a coach. You're going to bring up a head coach. And maybe the head coach wants to be the head coach, and now I need a DC because he was a DC. They're the team from down the road that you've been buying, getting players from. Is your DC because you're drafting DC defensive players.
It's not a bad point. It's not a bad point. Honestly, that's the whole factor of the league that I hadn't really even thought of, to be honest. So just proof that everybody in the AAL2 is getting development, not just the players. So awesome to hear that as well. Do you guys have any questions for Commissioner?
Yeah, I wanted to ask. So you came up with the 4 teams that started the league. So just give us a little behind the curtain kind of how did you decide on the teams that you guys decided on to relaunch with?
Not a problem. We're going to be probably critically transparent. Me and AJ got together after AJ had purchased the AAL, and I called him and I said, AJ, you need any help? I'm here. I just got done coaching and GM and team in Trenton. Folks probably don't know this. I used to coach AJ. We have out at Steelhawks, and I loved what he was doing. And then he explained, well, I don't know, Kev, here's my vision. Whew, I love it. Let's develop young men. It grew into a lot of the dance team you see here today, getting opportunities, which is just organic. And that's what we want to run with. It don't have to just be the guys on the field. So we're sitting down like, all right, who do we want? Well, AJ was already in contact with Columbus and Wheeling. Mississippi happens organically. And we're sitting back thinking, we need more teams. Well, an ownership group came along. We have 3 teams. We have 2 in Florida, and we have 1 in Alabama. And we're like, great, look at that. We got 5 teams. We're good to go. And I was like, let me vet them. So as we go through the vetting process, which isn't incredibly difficult, it's just say who you are, be who you are, say what you say, mean what you say. And both of us, from being around leagues for a long time, know a lot of arena managers. So they just happened to mention arenas that I knew the GMs at, and I called them up, and question 1 was false. No one knew who they were. So we weren't going to waste time, and I did not allow them in the league. And then we're sitting there, and AJ steps up, and Coach Strong steps up, and I'm like, we'll play 6 AL games. We'll stay in the AL2, and we'll play 6 AL games. So we hung up. October 23rd, I'm like, AJ, Coach Strong, if you're going to play 6 games in the AAL, how's it work out for the AAL2? What are you going to do? Be 2-0 and expect to be in the playoffs with somebody who's maybe, 6-2? And I'm like, what do you want to do? Let's see if we can make this work with Columbus and Wheeling and just play the AAL schedule. We understand right now that's this year, and I got to get on my horse and get expansion going. And what's great about the getting expansion on the league, once again, I say the league, the 4 teams step up, everybody's pitching with expansion. That's a whole other side note that we got great news coming as well. In Wheeling, Columbus, New Jersey, Mississippi got on the call. They worked it out, and the league was born. October 23rd, here's the league teams. All agreed upon, and here we are. It's just, again, just the league helping the league. So it's not like I've been part of many leagues playing, coach, and GMing where, get out of my sandbox. I'm going to take my ball and go home because you beat me or you're better. I won't do that to these young men. That's what it's about. Not only that, it's about the bowl. I don't care if anyone knows the score of one of our games, but if they have fun, the soccer moms are out there with their kids, cheaper than a movie, faster, getting free T-shirts, interacting with the dance team, interacting with mascots, and they go home and they go, man, I can go back out there and do that. That's what we need to do. That's where all these leagues who do it right, it's their vision, are missing out. And we're just going back to the grassroots of my old butt, I guess, who's been doing this way back in the day, to original arena rules, and it's about the fans. No team's bigger than the fans. I'm not bigger than the league, and it's about the fans. And we're going to listen, and we're going to do what we have to do. And I think Columbus did a heck of a job Thursday night. I mean, we all knew who was singing there. Wasn't he just in the Super Bowl halftime with Snoop Dogg? And the Columbus Lions pulled the first halftime show.
Yeah, without a doubt. Local product too, which is awesome. Always gotta love those local ties like that. TJ, any questions?
Yeah, with the direct pipeline with the AL2 and AAL, how much of a factor did having that easy transition for the player to make a better product on the field play into the concept?
Really, it was the coaches were like, yeah, we can develop it. Because when I would hold a camp, TJ would come in like, TJ, I'm not here to teach you how to play football. I'm here to teach you how to play arena football, because there's a difference. You can't play football. Thank you for your shirt. Thank you for the $50. Enjoy your tryout, but there's no need to continue talking, right? So the course is attractive to the team. Why would you not want to have guys who are practicing every day? And think about the hunger they have. They're working 9 to 5 and want to practice and traveling crazy distances, right? Now you're going to bring that hunger up to get a shot where it's not like, let me try to get a hold of Coach Kev. Coach Kev's at work. Let me try to watch film. Well, heck, you can't watch film. They can go down the hall, meet with a coach. It's 24/7 or life. So you do that with a hunger to play football. Why is no one else doing this? We haven't reinvented anything again. MLB does it, don't they? NHL does it. NBA does it with the G League. Why are they not doing it? There's plenty of men out there that want to do it. There's plenty of young women out here that have the same dream to cheer for the NFL team, an NBA team, or an NHL team. And hats off to the Bearcats. They got all organically. And that's just got to continue that route.
Absolutely. 100% agree. One question I wanted to ask for you in particular is a lot of people have come to me and said, okay, well, the draft takes place mid-AAL2 season. So what about the AAL2 teams that are going to lose a bunch of their talent? So, I mean, how would you answer that question to somebody who's concerned that they're a Pittsburgh Outlaws fan and, half their team could get drafted, or not half their team, but 4 players from their team, 4 of their key players mid-season could get drafted to the minors or the Bearcats or any one of these things.
So I'm the head coach of the Pittsburgh Outlaws and 4 players got drafted. I'm next. I must be doing a hell of a job to have 4 guys drafted. And if they're looking at it like, you're killing my team, man, that's the wrong way to be. Doesn't work because now you're a hypocrite because you're going to tell your guys it's a team game, but now you're worrying about you. My team, what do you think that does for your team? If you're not going to let me draft it because I played for you here, but I can get paid to play up there, I get to get the experience to be up there. There's something for waking up, having film study, going to practice, being in the community, doing walks for charitable groups. There's something for that. And then you go to the game and you look up and there's a charitable group. They're at your game. And now they're like, man, hey, how you doing? It's not the NFL, but they want your autograph. They want photos with you. And if you're the coach that has a problem with that, you're in the wrong business. I guarantee you're in the wrong league. We'll weed you out because it's not going to happen. It's about the play. It's that simple.
Absolutely. One thing that we collectively have talked a lot off camera about is the fact that the AAL is very regionally based. It's about the cities, the communities that they're in. So with that in mind, I mean, when you look to expansion, how do you say no to some teams but yes to others? I mean, how do you pick and choose which markets are right for the AAL?
Well, it's very simple. AJ kind of masterminded this when we began. So one of the biggest costs, if not the biggest cost in major minor league sports, is travel, right? And everyone thinks it's great. Man, we're going to jump on the plane. I bet you every player in there will be like, man, we get to fly out to Frisco, Texas, and we get to play a game. That's going to be so cool. The owners count his dollars. If the owners say no, he's not. Yes, he is. Stop it. Stop it. So we're just being fiscally responsible. So if the Pacific Northwest wants to join the AAL, 5 teams minimum. And the only time you'll travel to see a team that's out here in Columbus or Wheeling or Jersey, or Mississippi is the championship. And who says it's out here? You know, we want to sit back and try to develop areas and have the games there. There's a local market that's interested. So there is a lot that goes into it. It has to make sense. It stinks sometimes when you know you have well-qualified teams that can come down and play and they don't care about the travel. But if I don't care about the travel, and you 3 have to come to see me play, and you know you're on a bus for 2 days, which now no one thinks about. You got to house a bus driver for 2 days and feed him for 2 days. You care. So it's a no. As much as we'd love to have that team, only say no. There's a terrible way to say it. It's not right now. Go out there, find yourself former teams that you believe, can make the same commitment that you can make, and then we'll go back and we'll talk. And then I'll send you out what I need for vetting. We'll vet, and I'm going to call. Don't tell me you're down here at this arena, and you know the GM, and I have this insurance, and I have all this set up. Just kept checking. And if anything doesn't line up, I'm going to ask you to try to make it right. And if you can't, think that affects everyone else that you kind of brought in, right? Because now, hey, he's out. You guys need another team. Well, what if we get another team? Find another league. So it's tough for us because every league right now is doing all kinds of things. I think what we have here collectively, the 4 teams, myself, I think we're pushing other leagues to do things, making them make choices that they might not be comfortable making. But that's okay because, like the great Russell Simmons said, it'll be greater later. That's my philosophy. It'll be greater later. And if that's not what you're in it for, you're in the wrong game. And you guys know. You guys are arena gurus, right? Please keep the same teams. How many teams? What's the over-under in every league that's going to lose teams? Like, it's not when is it going to happen or if it's going to happen. It's happening. It's happening. And these leagues banged their chest, said, we got this. They're great. We're ready to go. And next year, they'll be doing whatever they can do to pull teams from other leagues. We don't recruit. We do not recruit teams. Myself and AJ will not call another team. And we got teams lining up. The phone's not stopped ringing. I sat there today already, took 5 calls. 5 different teams. It's not hard to do. It's just, we have to stand on our business. Say we mean what we say. And I think being as transparent as we're being is the way to go. And heck, don't talk to me. Talk to Roger Beck. Talk to Eddie Strong. Talk Talk to AJ Roque. Talk to Christoph. We've recruited teams where it was just Roger Beck and Christoph. I never said a word to him. I just said, here's what I do to vet you. You're sitting waiting. So, I mean, we're not hiding it. And if you want to challenge, try to join the league. Come down to where you're going to be fiscally responsible, treat it fiscally responsible, and not out here to sit back and put 34 fans in stands and you're paid $16,000 to open that arena and then travel next week 3,000 miles somewhere and tell me you're making money. You're not. It's really that simple. You're not inventing anything, are you?
Fair point. Fair point. Cool. Do you have any more questions?
No, I think I'm good.
TJ?
In terms of the draft, as it continues for, obviously years and years from now, do you see opening it up to the fans and it being almost like a big fan spectacle like the NFL?
Next year. We're now going to open it up to fans to come. We have a great, exciting news. We're going to announce here also shortly. AAL2 will always be part of the draft, but we're going to hold some combines where those players can sign up and join. And there'll be more than 16 picks. Much earlier than now, of course, because you want them in camp with them. But no, it's going to continue to grow, and it's all we're going to do is have the date come, blow the whistle, have a combine.
Very nice. So one thing I wanted to ask you about, and it's not necessarily draft related, but it's something that recently popped up in the Columbus Lions versus the Tri-City River Gators. We spent a lot of time talking about it off camera just the other day, that there was a little bit of confusion behind of it. And so I think this is a perfect opportunity for us to take everybody who's watching here with us today and explain the gold ball. So you guys instituted a new rule for 2026 in which there's a special ball that anytime a team's down by 14 points, correct?
Yes, sir.
They can enact this rule, and it gives them basically an accelerated way to score points. So without going too far into it, I'll let you kind of explain the details behind this rule and how it works.
Yeah, again, me and AJ, we must not be allowed to be left alone. But we're sitting around one night, and we're like, what can we do different? Because every league does something different. But we wanted to stick to arena rules football. And I said, the Savannah Bananas, they do something kind of cool. And he's like, well, what do you want to do? I'm like, how about, we impose a golden ball. And once per half, a second quarter, fourth quarter, if you're down by 14 points, you can start the drive. It can't be in the middle of the drive. So you have to start the drive. So I'm coming out on offense, calling the golden ball. You have to score through the air. If you score through the air, your offensive touchdown, instead of 6 points, that's 12 points. So it's still the offensive possession. So if you go to kick the extra point, which would be 1 point, it's now 2 points. So now you went from 14 down to now you're tied, right? So say it's late in the game and you go, nah, I'm going to go for 2. Only time you can run it in. So you run in, the 2-point conversion is worth 4, you're up by 2. It's just to keep the games from getting way out of hand. And also, the defense can't score. So if they intercept the pass, it's the regular old pass, score, touchdown, interception. Also, before I forget, the offensive drive might be over, but the offense still has possession. So when they go to kick off, dude, there's now a quattro. Yes. So you can really gain 12 max with the 2-point conversion, or 4 for 16, and 4 more for 20 points between the game all the way around. But it does so much more, because if it's the half and you do that, and maybe you're down 16 and you only get 14 points out of it, and there's 30 seconds left, because the team about to kick off who is down still, do they try an onside kick, steal a possession, because the other teams will get the ball the next day? So it makes you change the way you think offensively. It's going to make you change a lot of the way the game is played. So I think it's going to do a lot for the fans. It's going to do a lot for the fans. Just the coaches are going to have to set the game up and have a game plan for it. But I don't think we've actually only seen it really work out once so far in the AAL2, actually, where the team won at the end of the game by 2 points with a gold ball. But I think as it goes on, it's going to grow, and fans are going to really like it.
So one quick question to the goal ball. So if they run the ball in, do they still get 6, or if they don't get anything?
So if you're a running back in the draft and the gold ball's out, and you pick that ball and you run down the field and you score, you probably won't be on that team the next day. Because if you run it in, it's only 6 points.
Okay.
Now, if you take a knee at the 1 yard line and maybe you can get a quick pass,
Yeah.
shovel pass, whatever, it's a passing play, or pitch, it's 12 points. So it's one of those things where you gotta be thinking.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Anything else you got for Miss TJ?
Oh, no, it really does change the mindset for teams though, because now that kind of makes it even more quarterback driven.
That goes back to putting that ball in that small window. Their skill guys. This is really where the skill guys should be getting developed. In the Columbus game, I'm not going to talk either team, but as I watched the game, the coach and me kept coming out, and I'm just sitting back looking. Man, Tri-Cities was a good defensive position a lot of the time. They just didn't get their head around. Receivers, ball was thrown, they were open. They just didn't get their head around. And that's an outside football player not having enough time in an indoor game to understand 1.8 seconds. 1.8 seconds all the quarterback got, not 4 seconds. 1.8 seconds. And I saw a lot of speed in Tri-Cities. Like people come in and go, I run a 4.4. This coach don't care about the 4.4. I care about your 10-yard time. Because your 4.4 could be end heavy. Well, how long was on field? 50 yards? So if you're top end fast and you're a wide receiver, you're not running away from nobody. But if that 10-yard is 1-2, okay. And you can change directions, that's what we're looking for. Because now you're getting separation. And separation is not much. Separation is the price of a football.
Well, appreciate you hopping on, bringing some things down for us, answering some questions, and we'll be looking forward to those announcements.
Yes, sir.
All right.
That's a
Hi, everyone. This is TJ from Shady Sports Network. I am excited and proud to be the first one to announce that we as a network are introducing a digital magazine, official one called Shady Sports Magazine. As many of you know, the bread and butter of our network is covering arena and indoor football, and that's exactly what this magazine is going to be about. It is going to be the first ever arena and indoor football central magazine, all the leagues included. You're going to also have a bunch of articles in there about past teams going down memory lane. It's just going to be a one-stop shop for the already diehard fan. It's going to be an easy spot to get all of your info, no matter which league or however many of the leagues you may watch. And for the new fan or the casual fan, it may help you turn into a diehard fan now, because you're going to be able to get all the info super quick and easy, sent directly into your email. We will announce in the upcoming weeks when the inaugural issue is going to be released. And believe me, we will definitely keep you updated on our shows and network as a whole on how to sign up for that list to get it. Email for free every month. Thank you to the fans. And thank you for everyone watching. As always, like, follow, share, subscribe, and most important, enjoy the show and keep watching. Thank you, and see you guys later.
All right, so look, we're back. Now we are going to lighten up the mood a little bit here and talk to some of our dancers. How we doing today, ladies?
Good, how are you?
You're doing well. So if you ladies wouldn't mind just go through and let everybody know who you are and what you're doing.
My name is Gianna, and I'm on the New Jersey Bearcats dance team, and I'm the captain. My name is Marlena, and I'm also on the Bearcats, and I rookie season.
Hi, my name is Michaela, and I am also on the New Jersey Bearcats, and this is also my rookie season.
Hi, I'm Taylor. I'm also on the Jersey Bearcats, and this is my second season.
Hi, I'm Mandy. I'm also on the New Jersey Bearcats. This is my second season, and I'm also the costume coordinator.
So as you can see, we're essentially talking to part of the Jersey Bearcats.
Yes.
So ladies, how has your experience been so far on the team?
So much fun. So much fun.
There's a lot of fan interaction,
Mhm.
and I love that.
Yes, and also the volunteer opportunities. That's like our favorite parts of the month. We get to do 2 volunteer opportunities per month, giving back to the community, food pantries, toy drives for the local hospital. It really does brighten up your day.
Yes, speaking on the fan interaction, things like that, describe to the fans what it's like who have never been to an arena game before. What is it like going to a Bearcats game? What's so electric about it?
It's very interactive, especially because it gets very crowded, and especially with when we do quarter for the kids, they'll come on actually have an opportunity to come on the field and feel what it feels like with these players to be on the field playing. And we always do a lot of games with the kids, and it's just a great atmosphere. It's always so loud, so energetic, and then being on the dance team too, being out there, it's amazing.
That we're not on the field dancing, we're in the stands, and getting the kids engaged, letting them hold our palms,
Taking
cheers,
pictures, it's so much fun.
it's very interactive.
There's opportunities to get little kids to join in on a dance move,
Yeah.
and they get so excited. It's so much fun.
They're like, can we hold your palms, please? Can we hold your palms? We're like, take them, here you go.
And we also do fan activities
Yeah.
between each of the plays too sometimes. So we'll quickly go out onto the field and we're doing a field goal kick, or we're doing a dress like a Bearcat. So there's a bunch of different fan activities that we like to do with them.
So who comes up with the different routines and ideas? Is that like a group thing, or is that like team mom does that, or how's that go?
So it kind of depends. So for me, I do sometimes will teach a dance, usually one of our quarter dances, or we will have someone come in and teach us a dance for halftime, and then we kind of will go around, and each person will have their chance to shine and choreograph for us.
So kind of like a group effort. Depends on
We also have some dance choreographers come in as well, which again, I'm a rookie, so I just got to experience that for the first couple of times, which is really awesome. We've had people come that were on the Brooklynets, people come that were on the Philadelphia Eagles, so it's been really awesome to learn from them.
And that's also our goal too, being on this team too. We want to eventually get to that point. And I'm sure it's like that for the football players here as well. I'm sure they want to make it to the NFL one day, and that's definitely our dream as well. So we definitely know what they feel as well as going to that next level.
That's a very good point. We talk about all the time when we're talking about AAL2, specifically in of course. Think about what the players want to do, but you think about the coaches, dance team, everybody. Goal is to kind of elevate. So that's a very good point. So ladies, do you have anything else for us?
We always talk about the teams. We always talk about how often they practice, what they sacrifice and put into it. What goes into how much practice, how much work and sacrifice does it take to entertain all the fans at the games?
I mean,
A lot. A lot more than
Yes, absolutely.
You have the floor.
Realistically, we have rehearsals on Tuesdays and Sundays. But if you're constantly learning and rebuild, your rehearsals are every single day. even if we're not together,
Mhm.
we're still FaceTiming each other. We're still
Submitting videos.
calling,
Yeah.
submitting videos. Hey, can you take a look at my film, my footage? The same way the players look at
Mhm.
footage and review footage, we do that too. So it's an everyday thing. This is a full-time job, and we like it being a full-time job because it's something we need to do. So
Yeah.
technically 2 days, but
And I feel like we're all very dedicated to, like, I personally drive like 2 hours like for practice, and I know like a lot of the other girls are on the same boat, so like we all have a lot of passion for what we do. So I think that's what makes it so special and why we get so much out of
And the sisterhood too that we get, sometimes people growing up, they don't really, you know what I'm saying? So when you make these connections, it's always so nice.
Yeah.
And they'll be in my life forever.
it. We're all in this together.
yes.
So ladies, I'll give you a minute or two if you have any other thoughts you want to share with everyone, and also let the people know where they can find and follow you on social media.
Like,
I think it's been a great experience,
Yeah.
especially being in my rookie season. It's been awesome just to experience everything for the first time. Like I've never danced in an arena before, so it's been really awesome to do that. And like Gianna had said, like with my sisters and the sisterhood, like it's a really awesome experience.
Yeah, so much. I think for me, I just moved up to New Jersey like August of last year, so I've only been there for a few months for school. So I'm really up there by myself, and to be able to have the sisterhood, it definitely brings it more comforting and gives me something to look forward to.
I also had just moved to Jersey when I started this team last season, and these girls were like my first friends in the state, so it's just like such an incredible thing, and I'm so grateful for this platform. I feel like it's really elevated, and there's so much opportunity. It's such a blessing.
and it's just a constant growth too. Every time you come to practice, it's something different. It's something fun. Yeah. Something to work towards, especially when we do submit the videos and we make those corrections. You're expected to come to next practice fully knowing everything. So,
And if you would like to keep up with us and our New Jersey Bearcats journey, you can always follow us at CMXI Next Productions on Instagram.
All right. Thanks, ladies, and thanks for your time.
so much.
Thank you so much.
Welcome back, everybody, to the AAL Draft. Which we have our new guest, and I'm going to let him introduce himself and give a little background.
Yes, sir. I'm Damian Daniels, head coach of Columbus Lions, going into my third year.
And so looking into this draft, what's kind of your philosophy or focus when picking players?
Well, we just want to, look at all the film and just try to get the best player possible that we can get to build to our depth on our roster already. Got a couple guys in mind, but keep that fit right now. But it's a lot of talent in that league. So we've been doing a good job. My staff just going through all the things. I'm trying to see who's going to give us the best fit.
So I know you don't want to necessarily give away any names. Are there any position groups specifically you're looking at?
Mainly defense. There's a couple receivers and a quarterback out there that kind of pops out, but I think our main focus is on the defense side of the ball.
All right, I've got a little bit more challenging question for you. Obviously, you're a former player yourself. When you look through the draft class, is there anybody that you see shades of your playing style in?
I wouldn't say that. There are a couple guys, but the one guy that I think probably fit my style the best. He ended up being ineligible, so we won't be able to draft him. But there are a lot of guys out there with a lot of talent. So it's not about guys that play like me. It's about if you can play football and if you can fit our scheme. We want to.
Makes sense. And not to put you on the spot, but was that Edwin Simmerer from Peach State? Just for everybody watching, he signed overseas, so it's not anything negative. He was ineligible because he signed another professional contract.
Right.
With that being said, TJ, do you have any more questions?
Yeah, I saw your game the other night. You really gave it to them. What kind of preparation did you put into that game? Did you go in knowing or with the mindset we're going to blow the doors off these guys, or is that how the game just ended up going?
That's just kind of how the game. We didn't have much film on them. I think they played one game, but the video it wasn't really great to watch. So we didn't have a lot of knowledge on going into it. So me and my staff, we just wanted to, do what we do, on defense and offense, and we were just, a little bit better.
So one of the things that we've noticed specifically, obviously we pay attention to kind of everything about these teams. One thing we've noticed, in my opinion, and I don't want to speak for anybody within the organization, but it seems like there's been a lot more effort put into the community events, as well as the marketing side of things.
Right.
So from your perspective, I mean, given that you experienced the previous ownership group and now Roger Beck taking over, what's kind of shifted in that focus, and what do you like about the new approach?
I mean, I actually love it. I love our previous ownership as well, but I think the biggest difference is Corey Black, the general manager, and Roger Beck, the principal owner, having local ties to Columbus. And I think that's the biggest difference. It's a lot easier when these guys are here every day, boots on the ground, doing everything that they can to reach the community and making sure that we do as well. I think that's really the biggest difference.
Absolutely. And obviously you guys aren't around for 20 plus years doing a bad job.
Right.
So
Right.
I don't want to say that there's anything negative about the past ownership group. It just definitely seems like there's been a little bit more maybe it's just more posts on social media. Maybe that's all.
I mean it was hard for those previous guys to get down here. They have other jobs, other responsibilities that they have to take care of. So I think they did everything that they could, but it was just a matter of them, not having the time to be here in the community like they need to. And I think, like I said, that's the biggest difference.
Absolutely. Cool. Any questions?
So I kind of missed what y'all were talking about before. So hopefully I'm not re-asking the question. But how long did it take you guys to get so embedded in the community? Here in
really, it was from day one. As soon as Roger took over and Corey decided to be the general manager, it was, that next day we were thinking about all the ways that we can reach the community. What can we do to get ties back to the community? So, and we have a lot of guys on our staff that's real big, coaching high school football, doing things like that. So it wasn't that hard. It was just a matter of us taking the time and the effort to do it.
Very nice. So I know you personally, as well as Roger, and I believe some of the players on the roster are involved in some high school coaching. How's that helped you guys kind of develop a foothold a little bit more in the community and get some more people out?
I mean, that's just, like I say, Roger, myself, my linebacker coach, and one of my players, we all coach at the same high school. So, having that tie, is always good. But we also have other players that coach coach high school football as well.
Oh, really?
So, that's giving us the opportunity to reach every high school, every middle school. So I think it's been great for us.
Now, out of curiosity, I mean, is that by design? Have you specifically looked for coaches on the roster?
Not, actually, it hasn't. It just kind of fell in place like that. Yeah.
Any questions for Kevin?
Yeah, from a coaching standpoint, how great is the direct pipeline with having players that you don't have to necessarily introduce to the arena game? They already will have the basic schemes down pat, and how much easier does it make for you to develop, more complex plays or schemes, knowing that you don't have to start from day one with them?
As far as the draft goes, yeah, I think that was the main mindset behind it. These guys definitely have experience, so it's going to be a lot better than getting a guy off the street. But it just, and some of the guys have enough talent to be in this league. They just hadn't got the opportunity. So to give them that opportunity, I think it's going to be great for those guys. And like you said, it's going to allow them to come in with the foot up, already having some knowledge just about learning our scheme, how we do things. So I think it's going to give them the advantage. I love that they're getting that opportunity.
Coach, well, we appreciate you stopping through, man. Good luck. And I know you're not going to get the guy you really wanted, but I'm sure you'll find some.
It's a lot of talent on that list, though. It's a lot of talent on that list. He was definitely kind of stuck out the most to me, but it's a lot of talent on that list. So, like I said, we've been doing a good job these last couple of days trying to go through everyone. So, we have about 6 to 8 guys on our board. So we'll have some good time to pick them.
You're a solid board.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, if you would let the people know where they can find you guys personally, if you yours is what's to you.
Well, you can find us columbuslions.com, and you can also find myself on Facebook at Danny Daniels, and Instagram Dang_4.
All right, man. Appreciate your time, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. All right, man.
Perfect.
All right. So we are back here, guys, and we have a coach of the New Jersey Bearcats. Jersey Bearcats. AJ Wolfpack. No problem. No problem. So, Coach, man, please know a little bit about you.
AJ okay. Head coach of Jersey Bearcats. We came to this thing about 2019. Just trying to create a league that helps guys have a real opportunity to continue playing. Right, we're here today for the guys in the AAL too that have an opportunity to have a direct pipeline to professional football. Right? Instead of having to rely on an outside league, right? Keep everything in house. It's first year of it, and I think we're on to something.
Yeah, definitely think that I see this grow. I like the process, the concepts they're using. I love the fact that you guys are talking about maybe doing things within the same geographical area. So because they'll travel down, like you said, one of the things that could be difficult. You don't have to worry about that. You put the right model in place. TJ, any questions for?
Yeah, as the draft was coming up and the idea came up, how long did it take to really iron out the details, or did it kind of just flow with the concept of the direct pipeline?
Yeah, it's just flow. Right? We're all about opportunity. Right? We want to be able to get players opportunity. So we were ready in that. Basically, in that states or opportunity. So when we came out the draft, it was like, it just go after that. Kevin was just like, look, let's go.
So it's one of the people that kind of had a big part in the concept that became AL. And then also from the perspective of being in AL2 last year, so time to be able to see both sides of it. How do you feel the process is coming together so far?
AAL 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I think people on the outside are finally understanding the difference of AAL and AAL2. I understand that AAL2 is developmental football. They're like, oh, why don't you just join it together? Well, no, that's how it was. Right? Back in the day, it was you had scores 96 and all one week. It wasn't AAL2 like 39, right? The score was 79. But that's your team against a developmental team. Developmental team call themselves, but and that's what we want to make sure we separate. So really hone in this is an AAL2 team. Difference. I think people understand that now. That's the biggest goal, is to make sure everybody understands the difference in the two.
Well, while we talk about professional games against the AL2, that you guys had one last night.
Yeah, we played New Jersey. Yeah, I thought we came out and, we played well. Yeah. First half. Second half, we were trying to see some things happen. Yeah. But, overall, first game, we were happy, especially with offense, right? Because you're in camp and stuff, defense is always going in the first 2 days and stuff. So we were excited to actually see our offense win the game.
From the other side, how do you feel about what you saw from the Jersey Eagles?
Oh, they got some dudes. There's some dudes over there. Yeah. Not gonna say any names. What guys over there? Yeah, but there's definitely some guys that we're looking at. They just fit especially on defense. They're definitely guys that fly around and tackles. They're gonna be bent, knowing every play, every down on defense. But that's just what we want to fly around. Put back. And that's the guy that can do that.
Yeah, I like that. At least a couple of teams that play some of the AFC teams before in the draft. So you kind of see how certain players match up. Team, you kind of understand overall the team is going to be a difference. That's why you have the AL too. But for specific players, you can see some of the players. It's like, okay, if he was in the right situation, he could probably ask. So that's another
right. Because most of these guys might go through a trial, but that coach will, tell them, you need more opportunity. That's why they choose it. Go with that opportunity to get coached by someone who played the game for you. Get that thing and you could understand what it is.
Yeah, these AL2 draft guys. Guys are filling the draft. They're not guys that don't understand how to play. It's like you said, they're looking for the right opportunities. These are guys, if they didn't have the ability, they wouldn't there either. It's just a matter of learning the basic things that you learn.
Yeah, NAL Rookie of the Year last year for the AL2 guy.
Yep. And the AL2, they pride on moving these guys up. So this is something that watch every people, you'll see that they're excited about the opportunity. The coaches are excited, the players get the opportunity, the players are excited with the opportunity to flip. They don't always get them. So it's a unique situation that works really well for everyone involved.
Yes, from a coaching standpoint, how important is the two extra men basically that you can carry on your team from the draft? How does that get into the importance, or I should say added importance of this with that has a lower roster team?
Right. It becomes you play around with your 21-man roster and give you that extra body that you see in the room right now. Skill guy, right? That's what you just draft. Also, go draft those positions and extra, bodies. So, it's like playing basketball with this draft in the roster.
kind of add to that, making the utility guys on the list that can do multiple positions. I mean, amplifies them.
You should already have those guys on the roster anyway. Right? It's playing more than one position. Your roster's only 21. One guy goes down. Before should playing everything. So to have guys who play more full position, it's key to have. And you can have that and be able to draft more guys. That are exempt from the 21 minutes. Good thing that that's why. We're excited for it.
So, kind of asking the details of it. Are there specific types of players or positions that you're?
You want guys that fit absent. I'm sorry. Yeah. That's you know, I know that gets forgotten sometimes in offense. Really, that's you got to be an offense too, right? You hear people say that about defense. Right. You got to be an offense too. Our brand, you know, and we watch this here. I don't really know. That's just so we want.
No.
Put on the heat.
Yeah, man, I see this.
Yes. Let's go ball here. Everybody wonder. You're down 14 points. Key is you got to be down 14 points to bring this ball out. If you score with this ball through the air, it's got to be a touchdown pass. Can't run it. But shovel it from a jet super.
No pitch, you got to remember that.
Not no pitch. No.
But we'll tell you to do pitch too.
Don't throw it any kind of forward pass.
Yes. But so you double your point. So if I'm down 14, right? 28-14. I scored goal for 2. Now I'm up. And I did. Now I'm up 30-28. We're going on this. Hit it. Now you get the deuce. Go and get the deuce. Get the deuce. That's true. No, that's yeah. All stuff. So 24/7. That's what.
Or we don't lose the two top. Just pick them up the extra point. That's not should be a
Yeah. So there's already actually in the AL2. The team already won the goal ball. They were down. Stampede was down. I mean, Stampede is up 34-20 against Northern Warriors last week. They got the goal ball and they win 36-34. 5 seconds going against.
There's a lot of strategy.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. But you got to do it too. Yeah. Be prepared in case something like that happens.
And again, if the defense intercepts this ball, it's just a normal touchdown. They return it for a touchdown. It's not double. So like we had one last night where we intercepted this and returned it for a touchdown. Just that's his fault. Yep.
Well, that makes an already exciting game even better because then technically it's never over.
Right.
You can always come right back.
And we're allowed to use it twice a game. Once in the first half, once in the second half.
You could essentially have 2 plays in the game that's over 40 points.
Yeah.
Man, 2 points. Yep. Yes, no team is ever out. That's awesome.
No, yeah, never.
Definitely adds a little something.
That's it. You want to keep the competitive game. Nobody wants to see a 80 to 16. Like, nobody wants to see a 50. Nobody wants to see a 39. That's what we're trying for them. Like, we get one.
Appreciate you, man. There's a couple of hats with them, James.
And it's all for growth and where you want to go. It's only year 1. So you're going off of what you look like now. You have a long years, 3, 4, 5 years. Yeah. It's not what you want to take. Take time back over. And these days, everybody wants to go like that.
Yeah.
It's just not. You know, it's anything like
Sure is. Coach, any last thoughts? People know where any thoughts.
Find me on Facebook, AJ OK. Instagram at Coach1. Of course, our beautiful dancers, the Lady Bearcats. That's led by my wife, Angela. Okay. But they're awesome. Again, right? They're here, with the Jersey Bearcats, but they're here with AAL for the day. Yeah. Like I said, everybody involved is for the league, the betterment. Yeah. Get people involved, and everybody's on one. Good luck. Everybody else, thank you. Thank you.
Good, you're good. All right, good luck on the draft. I know you guys get to That's all the players. Almost. All right, good people, we're back in the building. And we have the last of our coaches we're going to be talking to today. We have Coach Long from the Mississippi Wolfpack. What's going on, sir? He's just so y'all know why he's smirking so much. Those same two we were talking about a few minutes ago, dance team members. You can tell they're Bearcats. Wolfpack. Something went on last year, so a little bit of a rivalry there.
Yeah.
Just having a good time with them. So, Coach Long, as we always do, these other people, tell me a little bit about yourself, how you got to where you at.
My name is Willie Strong, graduate from Ole Miss. Played football, a little bit with the Giants, and had a vision, started my own football team, and here we are.
There we go. And yeah, this football teams in the AO2 last year, they were champions. So, make sure everybody remembers that.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that. You're supposed to. So how does it feel being one of those four teams, the new iteration of the AAL, better iteration of the AAL?
I just honor. They called me about it. I'm like, ooh, this is our second year. I don't know, but I thought, hey, see if we can try and see how it's going. And so far, everything's going pretty smoothly.
Yeah.
You just have to be one of the teams. Yeah.
There's a little bit of when you win the championship and you get moving to the next.
I know, right? I didn't get a chance to go repeat. So
Anything TJ?
Yeah, speaking of the championship, coming into this season, a new league, but still with the defending champion mindset. What are your expectations and goals for this season, knowing you did move up into a more difficult league?
Same goal, to win the championship. The competition gonna be a little bit more still. But, the teams in this league right here, they all good. They all been some champions. You just got to prepare to play every game, every week. Every week is a big game, so something you got to look forward to. Get ready to play. Every game's gonna be like a championship. It'll be all champions. At the end of this, same goal. Win it all.
I always say, now you win it all, go home.
Right here, you're here to win it all. What you here for?
Yeah, exactly. Waste of space. So you guys were able to get a game in with going to the two teams, East State Cats. So talk to us a little bit about how they game. thoughts on your team in the case?
Again, it was great. They're a great football team. And, I'll take my from it. It was a good ball game. And I look for them to get everywhere. It was a good team.
How did you feel about how it kind of may have showed you about your team?
That was our first game.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, that's a really big success.
Yeah. You don't know practice and things like that. You'll know what you will have. First game. I get a chance to go back and look at the film and see areas I need to work in, where I need to work with, and just build on the work that I need to do for the next competition.
You know, what we could do.
Which is going to be the
If you wanted
rematch.
to set up your entire
Game
account,
with
all I have to do is
the
literally and log into the account. And you
Ah,
have
man,
that
I'm not
exact
gonna be able to make that.
we would be able to change
We'll
the
be
stream.
watching though.
We have the same exact stream.
Popcorn.
Let's do popcorn.
Yeah, that's easier. And we can literally just go right over.
We got Mississippi, get some blues music going. And guess what? Our first game gonna be a golf place. So it's gonna be good. So it's gonna be we're gonna about 12 churches gonna be inside. And they're gonna be singing, so it's gonna be good. Y'all get a chance to do a little praise dancing as well.
Any special uniforms they're gonna bring out for that game?
You know what? They ain't gonna get here. Wait, I hope they do.
Yeah.
But the never estimate was from the 30. Just hope.
Right.
I see that it's tracking it on its way.
Yeah.
I hope they be here. We'll see then.
Yeah, I know a lot of the guys that we have uniforms for the first home game. I like it because it kind of brings a little bit more of individuality. Like what you see is this is what I want my guys to wear. Bearcats, so they have on rather uniforms.
Yeah, it was nice.
I like to see the coach's shirts were nice too. Everything going like that. So when you leave, right? Kind of talk about it. You do have some games against some of the AAL2 teams. And I can say I know that they want to put their best out against the Wolfpack.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. We had, everybody wants to get that.
Yeah.
Want to get that. Hey, we're gonna be ready now.
Yes.
They're different league, but we're different teams. I need to get better in the league. Why would they come get it? We're gonna bring it, so they have to bring it. We're gonna bring it. They're gonna bring it.
Yeah, these guys, I saw them play first week last season against the Pearls. It's the way that they run the ball. They can pass to them wrong, but that's running games. They are going to ground pound with them. So, seeing that, and do you feel like it's going to be able to continue in AAL? Well,
we're gonna try. We're gonna try. Maybe do a little bit different.
Right.
Because we're gonna stay the same. You might gotta add a little more components, get more arsenal to the weapon. But we're gonna stick to our game. We're gonna do it. We're gonna hit him in the mouth for this time.
Yes, sir. Still got my boy Chris the 30.
I'm still there.
Yeah.
Still there smiling.
Always smiling, man. Got many people that always smile.
That's right.
Always smiling.
You smile and run the ball on your throat.
Overwatch smile.
Why you smiling? Wake up. You'll run you over, get up smiling.
Yeah, it's definitely him.
Yeah.
So I know limited exposure, but if you could pick a team right now, this thing has a good chance to win AAL.
Now, I play against Peach State. And
You need a mixer.
they're a really good team. Really good team. So I'm around with them. I think they just probably going
Anything else you got, TJ?
Yeah, so in terms of the draft, how are you approaching it? And do you have, without giving away too much, do you have a certain player or two that you were really hoping you'll be able to get?
It's a lot of good players. I'm trying to let you see that things that I like my guys being physical and bad. So I had out a couple of they're available. They can watch us out on that line.
Now, are you more, again, if you don't want to answer, give away anything, but are you more looking more offense or defense?
More.
More offense?
We talked about that earlier, and our expectation was most people would be looking for, more offense, because you got to keep up with the teams with the score.
That's right. That's right. I mean, my defense, I believe in them, and pretty stout.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Work. Offense. It's okay. Put them on. Put them on. Ready.
I do have one more question.
Okay.
Now, if you had a mascot standing behind you, would you be nervous?
I'd be nervous. Yeah, I'd probably be nervous. Behind me. Depending on how close is it. It's like right behind me.
Get a little bit closer.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Awesome.
All right, so Coach, some of you would let the people know where they can find you, and of course, the last thoughts.
Man, just stay tuned. It's gonna be a roller coaster. This is a great league, great team, great competition, exciting game every week. So you can find me on Facebook. It is strong. Wolfpack. Also on our IG Wolfpack.
All right, we appreciate your time and good luck in draft. Hopefully, you find the team.
No, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Good to see you guys.
So you good, man? We ain't lying. We know right past. I'm doing a great job, Jimmy. I'm great.
Hi, everyone. This is TJ from Shady Sports Network. I am excited and proud to be the first one to announce that we as a network are introducing a digital magazine, official one called Shady Sports Magazine. As many of you know, the bread and butter of our network is covering arena and indoor football, and that's exactly what this magazine is going to be about. It is going to be the first ever arena and indoor football central magazine, all the leagues included. You're going to also have a bunch of articles in there about past teams going down memory lane. It's just going to be a one-stop shop for the already diehard fan. It's going to be an easy spot to get all of your info, no matter which league or however many of the leagues you may watch. And for the new fan or the casual fan, it may help you turn into a diehard fan now, because you're going to be able to get all the info super quick and easy, sent directly into your email. We will announce in the upcoming weeks when the inaugural issue is going to be released. And believe me, we will definitely keep you updated on our shows and network as a whole on how to sign up for that list to get it. Email for free every month. Thank you to the fans, and thank you for everyone watching. As always, like, follow, share, subscribe, and most important, enjoy the show and keep watching. Thank you, and see you guys later.
All right, the people are back, and we are joined. Yes. So there's a little bit of importance. Let's just leave it out there. So we're gonna have Mr. Beck introduce himself to everybody. On you, sir.
All right, well, I'm Roger Beck. I'm the new principal owner of the Columbus Lions. Very honored that we have the Shady Sports Group here. You know, anybody that has anything to do with arena football, your big part of your week's getting up on Saturday morning and listening to these guys and all the knowledge that they have. And when I first got into this, I relied on them a lot to learn about the business. So anyway, just glad to be here. Glad to have them.
Glad to be here as well.
High praise. I would not have guessed that, to be completely honest. So I appreciate that. Mr. Beck. Honestly, thank you for having us out here. I know, like I told you off camera, I'm a draft nerd. So this, as soon as I heard you guys were having a draft, I wanted to be a part of it. It's been an unbelievable build up to this point. And at this point, we're finally here at the Beck Center. So I wanted to kind of discuss with you, I mean, when you guys first started proposing the idea of the draft, how much input did each owner have in the way it was structured and how it was going to come about?
Well, Kevin did a really good job of keeping us all informed, and he kind of laid it out for us. And we did have league meetings, and everyone was able to give their input of how we wanted to do it, and, you know, the structure and the order of the draft, and how many we were going to get, how long we were going to be able to keep them on a team, the fact that we're going to be able to keep them on a roster. Kevin put a lot of work into it, and we did. We had about 3 different league meetings about it. So we're very well prepared for it. And there we go. And this is the best in the business right here, is Leo. And the best mascot in all sports at any level. Yeah. So, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, the draft is, we all on the same page. We know how it's going to work out. Hopefully we're going to get some of these young guys a great opportunity to move up and play and show their talents.
Absolutely. So one of the things that I've heard about, not necessarily a negative manner, but one of the things that people have pointed out is with those roster exemptions you have, obviously there's added cost for an owner. So as an owner, are you like, how do you weigh that out? You know, as far as the benefit to the coaching staff versus the.
I don't want people to take this the wrong way out there, but you're adding these guys, and if you can't do it and you can't afford it, go home. You don't have, you know, if you can't afford what you're doing, don't do it. You know, if you buy a Hummer, be able to afford the gas you're gonna have to put in it. You know, if not, go get a Toyota Corolla and drive it around. You know, yeah, you be prepared. You know, don't, if you can't do this, go to a lower league.
Fair point.
You don't have to pay. So if you can't pay, just move on.
Yeah, that's fair. And obviously the AAL too is there, you know.
Exactly right. And we want those guys to be able to move up, and, you know, like, yeah, I don't want to hold anybody back. If you're going to hold people back, you need to be doing something else.
No, great answer. Great answer. Honestly, I'm glad that we got that input from you specifically, because I think you answered it unlike most owners would, let's be honest. So on that, do you have anything for him, Cool?
So I've noticed you guys are really, really strong in the community, right? As far as people know who you are, things you do, and all that. So tell us a little bit about how you had the vision to oversee.
Well, I've done a lot of research, and you know, I had a good friend that ran a AAA baseball team for a long time. So I've relied on him and other people, and like I said, listening to you guys. The one in the AAA, I can't remember. He was either Memphis or Louisville. But anyway, they were the first minor league team to draw in fans in a season. I said, so what's the first thing I need to do? You know, he told me the most important person in our organization is mascot. So you know what I did the next day? He became full-time. He's a full-time Columbus Lion now. So this is what he does all day, every day in the community. Players come and go every year, but everybody in the community knows who Leo is. He does a great job with it, and kids love him. Everybody recognizes, oh, we saw Leo here. We saw Leo there. So yeah, that's the biggest thing to help us is Leo.
That's genius. Genius. TJ, you have anything?
Yes, with the AAL2 and AAL connection, how much do you think that is just going to be almost a cornerstone for better quality football, but also more stability for the teams because they'll have the ability then to test in the AAL2 before they move up to AAL?
Oh, absolutely. It's gonna. Some of the guys that are on the fence about where they're going to play and what league, there's hundreds of semi-pro, whatever leagues out there. Well, I think we're going to get an influx of talent into the AAL2. That guys are going to want to come play there because they know. So I hadn't said this yet. So every team in the AAL and the AAL2 has a huddle account now. Every single one of them. They can all film their games. They can stream their games. They can share film. So all these guys are going to get that now. They're not going to have grandma up in the stands on a cell phone drinking wine trying to get their game filmed for them. So they'll have all that, and then we're going to have a draft that they're all going to be able to participate in. And this is just the tip of the iceberg here. Hopefully we're going to grow this thing into something. I don't think there's ever been a draft before in arena football.
Not to my knowledge.
And we want to do that and grow the league. And unfortunately, like I said, if you can't pay, don't play.
Yeah.
But we want the teams to come in and move into the AAL that can pay and, sustain themselves. And, we don't want people to have to travel cross country. Now, that's fine for the guys that can afford it, but not everybody can.
Yeah.
So, but we want to be in markets where we are a part of the community, where we have fans in the stands. Nothing hurts me worse than when I watch some of these games. And, like I watched one, I'm never going to say anything bad about no team, but I watched one last night. I wondered if it was practice. There were so few people there. I thought, is this a scrimmage or is this a real game? And it unfortunately, it was a real game.
That's a fair point. I mean, there are some teams that struggle to draw fans, and I mean, it's impossible to be sustainable as an arena football team if you have fans in the stands. Honestly, that's one of the things that I feel the AAL has done really well is they keep connected to the communities. And obviously, I mean, you guys have done it extremely well this season and in years past to build up this 20-year foundation that you have at this point. But I think that's something that as a league as a whole, you guys have remained very focused on. Is that something that's come up in owners meetings, or do you guys have discussions about strategies and how to get involved in the communities and such?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Because, that's the big thing that everybody wants to do. It's like AJ's game last night was autism awareness.
Mm-hmm.
And they had the jerseys for it and they promoted it and big deal in the community. And that's fantastic.
Absolutely. And you've got a first responder night coming up.
That's right. Friday night, firemen, EMTs, police, everyone. We have special uniforms for it. And we want to bring them out. In every game, we do a 50-50. A lot of teams do 50-50 rifles. But what they do is a band wins 50% and the team wins 50%. We pick a charity every game. So the fan wins 50%, the other 50% goes to the charity. The team doesn't take a dime.
Genius. Obviously helped a great cause, so gotta love that. Cool. I know you had some comments on the jerseys in particular, so I figured I'd let you kind of get into that a little bit more with the first responders jersey.
So I did get a chance to see the jerseys. I like the design, and one of the things about the design that's really cool is that you have like the rip flag, but it goes down as part of the pants as well. A lot of times these do uniforms that kind of stop at the jersey; they don't incorporate it. So I thought that was a nice little touch.
No, that's the guy that designed the uniforms. I can't take any credit for that. He gives us choices, and he does a great job with the design. So,
whoever voted on him definitely picked the winner. Those look amazing, and it is the white jerseys, we can get. So they look amazing. So, TJ, anything else?
Oh, yes. One more question for you. With how much we talk about it all the time, kind of feels like popularity is starting to come back to the sport. do you see the forecast as an owner of more interest and also it continuing to peak and spike up more as time goes on?
Well, I certainly hope so, but I'm not naive enough to know that, it can't just be arena football. Like, you got football fans, and we're all hardcore football guys, and I'm in it because I love football. But if you don't do things to make the people that are not football fans come to the games, you'll never survive. It's just the reality of it. And we play in a good season. We don't need to get our seasons too long to where we're trying to compete with high school and college and pro football. You got to make it entertaining, but once high school football starts and somebody's trying to tell their wife that they're going to go to the arena football game instead of little Johnny's game on Friday night, that's not going to work out too well. And grandparents are not going, they're going to go watch the grandkid play. So, we have to be aware of the length of our seasons. And, I hope the popularity continues to grow, but if everybody doesn't start understanding the entertainment aspect of it, then, you're going to have problems with seeing people in the stands. It's like years ago, Ted Turner went into the wrestling business.
Mm-hmm.
And he told Vince McMahon, he said, I'm getting in the wrestling business. And Vince McMahon told him, well, Ted, I'm in the entertainment business. And you see who's still around.
Absolutely. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And honestly, that's there's a quote out there a long time ago that was, we want to go to a concert where an arena football game breaks out, right? And you guys obviously took that to heart because in week one, really big time show. Tell us a little bit about how that came together.
Well, hey, it's Tonio Armani, and he's from here in Columbus, and he was 10 years in the military here, and I didn't know who he was, but I've since found out, and, it has these really popular line dance songs, and anyway, Corey Black, our GM, kind of put that together, and once we put the billboards up that he was playing, well, guess what happened with ticket sales? Yeah, it started going way up, and then we realized it wasn't our backup quarterback that was bringing those people into the arena. It was Tony Armani. So, he's going to do that, and we're going to try to have something entertaining every game.
Absolutely, makes sense. You guys have anything else?
More a statement than a question, but I love how you guys have, like the main relevant. We've been here in Columbus, and we've seen several signs. We see the Hummer over there. There's a lot of promoting what you're doing, like you said, the entertainment aspect, the focus on that besides just football. So that's definitely good. And I know that AJ and the Bearcats do a really good job of that as well. So definitely, I think you guys are definitely moving in the right direction with that. And I think it's going to be enjoyable to keep watching it grow.
Good, very good.
Oh, no, just once again, thanks for hosting this awesome event, and we can't wait until next year's already.
Well, and, thank you guys for coming, and AJ bringing the dancers and all. He understands. It has to be a circus. It really does. You have to entertain everybody. I just can't thank them enough. They played a game in New Jersey yesterday afternoon. If everybody doesn't realize that, they played a game and entertained everybody there, and then got on a plane and flew. And they're here this morning, bright and early. So, kudos to them for being here.
Well, good luck in the draft, and we'll be definitely watching and enjoying the rest of the season.
Very much.
stuff like that.
Hi, everyone. This is TJ from Shady Sports Network. I am excited and proud to be the first one to announce that we as a network are introducing a digital magazine, official one called Shady Sports Magazine. As many of you know, the bread and butter of our network is covering arena and indoor football, and that's exactly what this magazine is going to be about. It is going to be the first ever arena and indoor football central magazine, all the leagues included. You're going to also have a bunch of articles in there about past teams going down memory lane. It's just going to be a one-stop shop for the already diehard fan. It's going to be an easy spot to get all of your info, no matter which league or however many of the leagues you may watch. And for the new fan or the casual fan, it may help you turn into a diehard fan now, because you're going to be able to get all the info super quick and easy, sent directly into your email. We will announce in the upcoming weeks when the inaugural issue is going to be released. And believe me, we will definitely keep you updated on our shows and network as a whole on how to sign up for that list to get it. Email for free every month. Thank you to the fans, and thank you for everyone watching. As always, like, follow, share, subscribe, and most important, enjoy the show and keep watching. Thank you, and see you guys later.
Have everybody's attention. First off, I'd like to thank the Columbus Lions, Roger Beck and his staff for hosting this event, our first annual AAL Draft. I'd also like to thank the Jersey Bearcats, their dance team who's come down here to make this special for the young men that are here. Mississippi, who's come up and joined us here as well. And of course, the best mascot in the land, Leo, just to make this a much more special event. With that said, I welcome you in the virtual world and the players and fans here. The Columbus Lions are on the clock. This is the first and will only be the first ever AAL draft. And I think it's 100% fitting as the Columbus Lions. They're showing us great host and been doing great things. With that said, young man, the first person picked in the AAL draft, Sadiq Nathaniel, DB, New Jersey Eagles. Let me give that to him. Mississippi is on the clock.
Say it again. With the second pick in the 2026 draft, Mississippi Wolfpack picked Ty Pettaway, wide receiver, Peach State Cats. Here he is. Went with the core. Have him. Ready? This might be quick, guys.
How many rounds is it?
4, 16 picks. Quattro. Yes, ace. Yes, ace.
Who should he call? Well, no, we probably need to send him the list.
Sir, am I watching you when to go?
Sure.
Okay. With the third pick in the 2026 draft, the Wheeling Miners select A.J. Bowen. That it? The fourth pick in the 2026 AAL Draft, the New Jersey Bearcats select quarterback Andre Parker, Tri-State Panthers.
Bearcats select Gavin Butt, linebacker with the New Jersey Eagles.
Thank you. Okay, keep it. What? No. West Virginia's on the clock.
Yeah, so we do right before this. Do you want to do it now or before? Okay.
Right, so I'm saying, before Mrs. Smith takes this, to the next, so we're not right now. Because we're doing it.
Yeah, because we're going to draft it so soon, or you're saying during work?
Oh, it's in already. Thank you, ma'am. Will Miners select with their first pick in the second round, Arlington Woodward. Keep chasing. Good things happen when you chase, right? Keep at it. Mississippi is on the clock.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we are here with second overall pick. First pick for the Mississippi Wolfpack. So we're going to talk to him and head coach real quick. So I know you've already done it once today.
Yes, sir. Ty Wolfman Petaway, receiver.
All right, so we got you. I know you're excited about the opportunity with the Mississippi Wolfpack. So, coach, talk to us. Why did you make the pick?
You big tall pistol receiver. I like to go up and grab the ball. I need that. Be on the other side of my receiver side. A real physical team. Real physical guy. So that's the ball out the air, stands out.
And Ty, what do you think you'll be able to bring to the Wolfpack?
Again, the physicality, like I watched them last week, so the physicality, the heart they got, them guys, they're real tough. And, I'm a big playmaker when it comes to passing game, so that'll be added to that as well. So, but yeah, as a overall team, they're tough, they're good piece of team. So they also check the passion, so it's great.
So good luck with, see, hopefully the day works out and, show what you have and able to help enhance the team, of course. Appreciate you guys for hopping on real quick.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Their second round pick, the Mississippi Wolfpack select Tyler De Silva, the end, Maryland War Eagles. Run that back to him. Thank you, man. Columbus, you're on the clock. With their second round pick, the Columbus Lions
select Clay Bowens, DB from Michigan Raptors.
Want to beat DB? Oh, by the way, you're on the clock.
Yeah.
Columbus is also on the clock. Let's move it along. I would say you can announce the next pick, but then you'd have to talk. That's a no-no. With the first pick in the third round, the Columbus Lions select Colin Neely, defensive lineman, Carolina Predators. Congratulations, Coach. Oh, crap. Mississippi's on the clock.
My bad.
With the second pick in the third round, Mississippi selects Enrique Crumbs, linebacker, Tri-City River Gators. All right. West Virginia, you're on the clock. You're not here, but you're on the clock.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Man, they just beat Tri-City River Gators 79-0. And you selected? Ooh. With the third pick in the third round, West Virginia selects Christian Rouser. Can I take that back to you, please? Thank you, ma'am. Jersey's on the clock. With the 12th pick in 2026 AAL Draft, the New Jersey Bearcats select Dante Morgan, Tri-State Panthers, defensive end. New Jersey, you're on the clock.
There you go. Yes, ma'am.
The first pick in the 4th round, the Jersey Bearcats select Thomas Hurley, athlete, New Jersey Eagles. West Virginia is on the clock. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. With their final pick in the 4th round, West Virginia selects Keller Papillion. Hope I said that right. All righty. There you go, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Mississippi is on the clock. All right. With their last pick in the 2026 AAL Draft, Mississippi selects Christian Rouser, Tri-City River Gators, O-line. Columbus, you are on the clock. There you go, man. Thank you. Just going to say a little bit. Real quick, as we close out with the final pick of the 2026 AAL Draft with the Columbus Lions, once again, a big thank you to the Columbus Lions and everybody who took time out of their day, come across the region, different states to be here and make this possible for these young men today. And just a little bit something different for our league and make this day special. With that said, Blaine.
The Columbus Lions pick Lamont Morrison, receiver.
And that's it. Now we cover each other in butter and have a good time. There you go. That's it. And cut. That took 57 minutes. 57 minutes. That's all that took.
Hi, everyone. This is TJ from Shady Sports Network. I am excited and proud to be the first one to announce that we as a network are introducing a digital magazine, official one called Shady Sports Magazine. As many of you know, the bread and butter of our network is covering arena and indoor football, and that's exactly what this magazine is going to be about. It is going to be the first ever arena and indoor football central magazine, all the leagues included. You're going to also have a bunch of articles in there about past teams, going down memory lane. It's just going to be a one-stop shop for the already diehard fan. It's going to be an easy spot to get all of your info, no matter which league or however many of the leagues you may watch. And for the new fan or the casual fan, it may help you turn into a diehard fan now, because you're going to be able to get all the info super quick and easy, sent directly into your email. We will announce in the upcoming weeks when the inaugural issue is going to be released. And believe me, we will definitely keep you updated on our shows and network as a whole on how to sign up for that list to get it. Email for free every month. Thank you to the fans. And thank you for everyone watching. As always, like, follow, share, subscribe, and most important, enjoy the show and keep watching. Thank you, and see you guys later. Hi, everyone. This is TJ from Shady Sports Network. I am excited and proud to be the first one to announce that we as a network are introducing a digital magazine, official one called Shady Sports Magazine. As many of you know, the bread and butter of our network is covering arena and indoor football, and that's exactly what this magazine is going to be about. It is going to be the first ever arena and indoor football central magazine, all the leagues included. You're going to also have a bunch of articles in there about past teams going down memory lane. It's just going to be a one-stop shop for the already diehard fan. It's going to be an easy spot to get all of your info, no matter which league or however many of the leagues you may watch. And for the new fan or the casual fan, it may help you turn into a diehard fan now, because you're going to be able to get all the info super quick and easy, sent directly into your email. We will announce in the upcoming weeks when the inaugural issue is going to be released. And believe me, we will definitely keep you updated on our shows and network as a whole on how to sign up for that list to get it. Email for free every month. Thank you to the fans, and thank you for everyone watching. As always, like, follow, share, subscribe, and most important, enjoy the show and keep watching. Thank you, and see you guys later. Hi, everyone. This is TJ from Shady Sports Network. I am excited and proud to be the first one to announce that we as a network are introducing a digital magazine, official one called Shady Sports Magazine. As many of you know, the bread and butter of our network is covering arena and indoor football, and that's exactly what this magazine is going to be about. It is going to be the first ever arena and indoor football central magazine, all the leagues included. You're going to also have a bunch of articles in there about past teams going down memory lane. It's just going to be a one-stop shop for the already diehard fan. It's going to be an easy spot to get all of your info, no matter which league or however many of the leagues you may watch. And for the new fan or the casual fan, it may help you turn into a diehard fan now, because you're going to be able to get all the info super quick and easy, sent directly into your email. We will announce in the upcoming weeks when the inaugural issue is going to be released. And believe me, we will definitely keep you updated on our shows and network as a whole on how to sign up for that list to get it. Email for free every month. Thank you to the fans, and thank you for everyone watching. As always, like, follow, share, subscribe, and most important, enjoy the show and keep watching. Thank you, and see you guys later.
The people we're here with Arrington Woodard, who was our second live player that was drafted. So just wanted to kind of get some initial responses from him. And of course, he's got a story to tell about this football he's holding to.
Sure. My grandma passed at the top of the year, so this kind of for her. This was her football she had in her room, so I carried it down here with me for good luck.
Yeah, so for those of you who may not have been able to listen earlier but tuned in later, Arrington actually took a bus 26 hours to get here. And that's a different kind of dedication. So Arrington, how are you feeling about Wheeling?
I feel good. It's actually one of the only teams I really knew about before the draft.
Okay.
Watched a few games of them. I'm excited, and it's I think that was the closest team to me. So yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I noticed was a lot of teams tried to pick guys that were close to them, unless they had places for them to stay, which makes sense because it doesn't necessarily disturb life as much because you possibly stay in the same area, at least close. So so you're gonna be able to go in there and make an impact and get one of those spots.
Oh, for sure. Nothing is earned. I mean, nothing is given. I'm coming to earn, work hard, leave it all on the field, like I said before, and just do what I'm known to do. Be coachable, be disciplined, hard work, be a great teammate, and be what I call a silent leader.
And worst case scenario is an opportunity that you get to go up a level, kind of see how that works. Get a little experience, understand what to do if it doesn't work out. So the next time
Yes, sir.
Oh, I know you're heading out soon to get back on your way. So any last words you want to give the people any other thoughts?
I just want to say thank everybody. I enjoyed this experience. Columbus Lions was great hospitality. Shady Sports, Michigan Grizzlies, Grand Rapids Surge, Chris Faison, Rondo West, and my sister as well. I'm a big sister. I want to thank her. I just want to say keep grinding. Don't give up on your dream.
Absolutely. Eric, real quick, so that people know where they can find you on social media.
Positive me, powerful me on Instagram. That's my only social media.
Okay. Well, hey, man, congratulations. Good luck, man. I know you got to get out of here and get on the road.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Well, thank you, man.
Thank you.
Cool. Yes, sir.
I drove down here. Coming up the worst move in the world.
So we're back in here, Commissioner. So how do you think the draft went?
I think it went well. Always going to learn from things, right?
Right.
This will grow organically, like we all alluded to earlier. That's the basis of the AAL. If you step back and you watch and you don't feel happy for these young men, just to hear their name called, that little thing, it's a little bit, right?
Yeah.
It's like finding a French fry in the bottom of the M&M's bag or McDonald's bag when you're done, right? Makes you happy though. And that's all we were looking for, to add a little bit of flavor and life to it. Not about the attention at all.
Right.
Good for the young men in the
Absolutely. I think, from our perspective, or from my perspective, look, it's definitely going to be better. Not really anything that you looked at and said, oh, no, what are they doing? It's just, like you said, Jenner's first time, just figuring out the process. Of course, when you guys see it next year, it'll probably change some. There'll be some different things about it. So one of the things that we had kind of guessed before the draft, it was going to be more of an offensive draft.
How about that?
So we were definitely wrong that one.
How about that? I think of what a great job interviewing the coaches and everything, because I think all the coaches were saying what? Speed and ferocity, right? So they wanted those defensive players that could fly around, and they kind of showed their cards a little bit. We saw some QBs drafted and a couple of wide receivers, but it was a defensive presence draft, without a doubt.
Yeah, because the thought process is one of two ways. Either you're doing a defense to try to stop all of the offenses, or you're drafting offense to keep up with the other offenses. So people felt like they found the pieces they needed on the defensive side of the ball as well, more than we thought. So,
Yeah, it's a key part of the game. If you watch arena ball or indoor, you probably know 4 stops a game defensively should equal a win, right?
Right.
And that could be 4 complete stops, a turnover, maybe 2 field goals, and 2 stops or 3 stops. So they have that in mind. Like they know what they need to do. They know where they're going to be tested, and coming out of camp, maybe there's just some DBs, and then they go and camp the right way, and they got tight hammies or pods or whatever the case may be, and they're deep in their bench.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it always makes sense to, look at your team. That's one of the things we talk about too. It always makes sense to look at your team and see what your need is.
Yeah.
Because you can think like, oh, yeah, it'd be great to have this receiver, this quarterback, but I need defense. So, addressing your needs in the draft is definitely a logical way to go. So I think teams did do that a little bit different from what we anticipated. And some of them didn't give away. So some of them we talked to the coaches right before, and they kind of didn't give away what they were actually going to do. But that's the draft for us. Good time to learn and see what's happening.
And these young men who got drafted do have a tough road because teams have been in camp 2+ weeks, and now new blood's coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So, you got to sit back and think. It's a big challenge for these young men who are being drafted because now they have to come in and fit in.
Yeah.
And, not that I foresee this being a big issue, but, you're coming in, and I thought I was wide receiver 3.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're here. You think I'm helping you?
Right.
Playbook? And I would hope that that's not going on, but let's face it. Nobody wants to turn an ankle and have to hear next man up. Nobody wants to hear that. So it's going to be an uncomfortable spot for some folks.
Yeah.
But, development.
Right. And I think another thing that's really important is like expansion, right? And not going too deep into it, but I'm sure the league is looking to try to expand next year. Teams, and we've already talked about before kind of what the plan is if you're adding teams. If it's not in the current area, then you're willing to add, 5 teams so you can create kind of like a mini league there that can play each other, that can, kind of affect the bottom line in a positive way. And that's, the main thing that we're looking for. So any specific plans, not going to ask any location names, any specific plans for expansion?
Yeah, we have commitment letters already for multiple teams down here in the Deep South.
Okay.
And if it's 12 teams, it's 18 teams, go to Central Plains states, Pacific Northwest, Great Lakes area.
Yeah.
So it's just a vetting process now and what makes sense for travel. Because again, just think about it. The budget to come down here for just y'all is not small.
Right.
So imagine you're moving 21 football players, 6 coaches, and you're traveling on a bus for 2 days. Like all that adds up.
Oh yeah.
And the next thing you know, it's a phenomenal football team. But organizationally, fiscally, we weren't responsible with them, and they can't afford it. And they move or they shut down, or and the owners need that respect. We have to get back to what it's about. Everyone has the right to make money, but they can't make money if they're not in operations. And how we're running that AAL is you're going to get in if you fit in. And what I mean by that is you have proven to myself that economically it's a minimum of 3-year plan. You have your arena locked down. You have your dates locked down. And as well, you have medical outfit. Look for your players, let it be workman's comp or a health insurance plan. So we're not having games where players get hurt. The next thing you find out, because the internet is such a useful tool, Bob, who broke the ankle, is stuck out in Walla Walla, Washington, because there's no medical, and now he can't even find a way home. Yeah. So we go deep into it. We make sure the commute's good, the ownership is good, and then the right fit, right? Because everyone can say they could do something. It's when you got to step into that to the plate and do what you have to do.
Yeah, definitely. It's I'm kind of excited. All these teams are teams that you can play well. You guys have excuse me.
Okay, it was a great event. We got you choked up.
It's a little dry throat for all the talking and the little orders. Sir, you got this, sir. Much better, much better.
There we go.
All right. So yeah, I think one of the things is these teams also will be really good teams. You obviously did a good job of beating the original numbers. And obviously the process makes sense. And I know you guys are vet whoever comes. And I think the thing that I want people to take from all this draft, from all the shows we've done, times we talked and everything, is this is going to continue.
Yes, sir.
This is not we're going to come out hot and then everything's going to go. This is going to continue. It's going to be more teams. And we talk about every year. You don't keep everything. It may be someone wants to move down to AL2.
Yep.
Maybe someone finds another opportunity that thinks it's better for them. But the league itself will continue, and it'll be quality football that you're going to see. And then you'll have that connection to the AL2 that will help do drafts, have opportunities to bring players up and get their experience. So the basis is there. It's just going to be a matter of continuing to make it go.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing with any league, right? Again, I will not say anything bad about any league. They're following their vision and they're doing it right. You know, we have a vision that it's owners first.
Yeah.
To make sure that, you know, the league does sustain and carry on and last. You know, and by that, we hope the ownership sees, you know, what we're doing. Like, we're encouraging teams. We're not saying you have to, but you don't need the 10, 12, 16,000 seat arenas.
Yeah.
You know, you already know you're not going to sell half the tickets. So why pay full price for something like that, right?
Right.
So, I mean, that's all part of it, part of the conversations. And, you know, we bring experienced owners in, Roger, Chris Duffy, to have conversations with these teams, to sit back and be like, look, are you ready for this?
Right.
You know, are you ready for that? Because you think you are. And here's that OS list that we never thought of. And you have to think about that, these costs. And, you know, it's just, you know, vetting by community. It's all done the same way. And would say at league meetings, it's not going to be Kev's way. AJ is AAL2. AAL is under my umbrella, and it's not Kev's way. We'll you know, work collaboratively every off season in owner meetings to sit back. Is there rules we want to change or something we need to see? And they're part of vetting. At the very end, the last step is, all right, cool. This team is good. You know, Tallahassee Warthog are good to go. Have a conversation with them. And maybe you're on the fence. Well, now I go to Mr. Beck, have a conversation with him. And then we will voice our concerns and see where it's at. And then at that point, all right, Kev, do you want him in or not? I have a question for you. Who do you think won the day?
That's a good question. I was thinking about that. I think I'm going to have to say we'll see who gets killed before we can say.
That sounds like an easy out.
It is.
You're holding some pocket aces on us here.
Yeah, but I just think it depends on what players actually stick. But I do think that every team on paper got better.
Yeah, I agree. And that's the point of it, right? And no matter what happens, whatever young man goes to whatever team, they're going to get great coaching.
Yeah.
If they get sent back down, they're not done. As long as the drafting team doesn't release them. So if I go up to Columbus and I'm in camp this week and they go, you're just not ready yet. If they don't release me, they can call me up week 8.
So I'm glad you pointed that out. So understand this, guys. What he's saying is, you get to call 4 players, right? You get 4 players, everybody got their 4 players. You get to 2 of them with roster extensions, 2 of them you got to send back down. If you don't release those 2 guys, you can call them back up throughout the season. So that you still have control of all 4 players there for the remainder of the season. So that's something that's very important to understand about this entire process.
And they're exposed to great coaching,
you
know, housing, learning how to be a pro athlete, because there is something to that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and pro athlete on a budget for sure.
Oh yeah.
But it's good because it's going to prepare them, and if it doesn't work out, don't let yourself think you failed. You just sat back and, you know, I learned this, so when I get the call next year, I'm ready. And you know, that's all part of the development.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that year one, I think it's really went well, and I think, you know, we'll continue to see it get better. We'll see more teams wanting to get involved, and maybe new wrinkles that you guys add into it. But it definitely was a very exciting thing to be a part of. You know, we had consistent people watching, so appreciate that. And these guys found good homes. And like I said, that was a good question. It's just a matter of I just really want to see who sticks and who doesn't. That's going to make the difference to me, because when I look and I hear the names, I'm thinking offense. but I'm really thinking offensive versatility, so guys can play on offense and defense.
Right.
So we got a lot of guys play defenses, at least mainly, and maybe they can play offensive positions as well if needed. Versatility is a big part, and I know that that's something that AAL2 teaches these guys because they're AAL2 as well, and that's a core component. So having that, and having the consistency, rule consistency, everything between AAL2 and AAL helps too, because guys get called up, they already understand a little bit more of the game than they would if they were just coming off the street.
No, that's a great point. Cool. I mean, that's part of it, right? The maturity of the athlete and the organization as they continue to grow. To understand what kind of players can we bring up.
Yep, definitely. Anything else you got for us?
No, thank you guys. Great job. We appreciate it. Let's continue to foster this relationship.
Absolutely, man.
Oh my God.
Hi, everyone. This is TJ from Shady Sports Network. I am excited and proud to be the first one to announce that we as a network are introducing a digital magazine, official one called Shady Sports Magazine. As many of you know, the bread and butter of our network is covering arena and indoor football, and that's exactly what this magazine is going to be about. It is going to be the first ever arena and indoor football central magazine, all the leagues included. You're going to also have a bunch of articles in there about past teams going down memory lane. It's just going to be a one-stop shop for the already diehard fan. It's going to be an easy spot to get all of your info, no matter which league or however many of the leagues you may watch. And for the new fan or the casual fan, it may help you turn into a diehard fan now, because you're going to be able to get all the info super quick and easy, sent directly into your email. We will announce in the upcoming weeks when the inaugural issue is going to be released. And believe me, we will definitely keep you updated on our shows and network as a whole on how to sign up for that list to get it. Email for free every month. Thank you to the fans. And thank you for everyone watching. As always, like, follow, share, subscribe, and most important, enjoy the show and keep watching. Thank you, and see you guys later.
As soon as they're done, can you hit one screen? Oh.
Retro.